The stuff just keeps coming and coming and coming out. Before we get into today's video, I just want to let you guys know that this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere, in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week so far. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about more of the Blake Lively, Justin Baldonis stuff that's coming out. We're going to talk about the website. We're going to talk about the back and forth between her and Taylor Swift. I mean, the sources ain't adding up. Her source is saying one thing, Taylor Swift's source is saying another thing. It is bizarre. A new lawsuit has come out, all kind of stuff. Before we get into it, though, I did want to let you guys know, if you don't already know, hi, my name is Christina. I do have a second channel, which is Casually Christina. We just do things way more casually over there. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon's for 18 and up, and over there we talk about more personal stuff. We go live over there. There's a $2 tier for all the true crime stuff that cannot go onto YouTube due to their terms and policies. That goes over on my Patreon under the $2 tier. Just make sure you read the full about section of what each tier offers before you join. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and I'm also on Like to Know It. And Like to Know It is a platform where you can find links to a lot of things that I use, that I like, or that y'all ask about, like clothing items, makeup items, furniture stuff. This is linked over here, there. That mirror is linked over there, that gold mirror. I mean, anything you can think of, workout gear, bicycle stuff, I mean, yards, anything that I can think of that I like, that I use, or y'all ask about, I link over on my Like to Know It. And all of those platforms are linked down in the description box if you would like to come and check me out. Before we go any further, I did want to stop and thank today's sponsor, Factor. Factor can be your new culinary partner in crime. With Factor's ready-made meals, you can say goodbye to the stress of meal prep and hello to delicious chef-crafted, never-frozen meals delivered right to your front door. Whether you're craving a hearty pasta dish, a more gourmet meal like filet mignon, or maybe you're just doubling up on your protein to meet your nutrition goals, Factor has you covered. Because Factor takes the stress completely out of meal planning and sets you up for success. With Factor, you can completely skip the grocery stores, the prep work, the cleanup, and the cooking fatigue. There is truly something to satisfy every taste bud, with 35 meals to choose from every single week, and also 60 different add-ons that you can add on to your order. I mean, you can add things like breakfast, on-the-go lunch, you can add different little snacks, and you can even add beverages to help you stay fueled all day long. And when things get hectic, Factor is flexible. You can always change your orders up every week, anything from like 14 meals to 18 meals a week, and you can even pause and reschedule your deliveries at any time. If you want to try Factor, all you gotta do is go to factor75.com, use my code 50ChristinaRandall, and you can get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. Yes, that's code 50ChristinaRandall at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box today. Thanks again, Factor. So, okay, let's talk about this. It seems like almost every day there is new information about Blake Lively, the Justin Baldonis situation, and this new lawsuit that is coming up. So I figured that it was time for a new video. In my last video, we talked a little bit about how Taylor Swift allegedly feels about Blake Lively name dropping her. Well, since then, a supposed source that is like close to Taylor has come out and said more. Also, since my last video, Justin Baldonis' lawyer dropped that website that they had been promising, and according to him, all the receipts that Justin needs to win his case is on that website. And Blake Lively has a new lawsuit that's been filed against her. So if you are not all caught up, I have posted 3 other videos so far talking about Blake's initial complaint and then the lawsuit that she filed. We also talked about Justin Baldonis' lawsuit against the New York Times and his personal lawsuit against Blake. And we even talked about how Blake and her team are trying to put a gag order in place. And so if you have not seen those videos, I highly recommend that you go and watch those videos first so you are all caught up before we get into what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to start off with Taylor Swift, y'all, because the drama is drama-ing. If you remember, Justin Baldonis alleges that there was this like heated meeting between him, Blake Lively, and her husband Ryan at their New York City penthouse. Justin claims that after like they had 2 hours of this heated back and forth, Taylor Swift just shows up. Well, after this meeting is when these texts from Blake comparing herself to Khaleesi from Game of Thrones and basically allegedly calling Taylor Swift and Ryan her dragons was sent to Justin. Now, like we talked about in my last video, it seemed that once that timeline and those texts came to light in Justin's lawsuit, this is when Taylor and her media team, honey, they jumped on it and they were not happy about it. It's what we're seeing out in the media, right? And it was even said that she said she was going to take a step back from her 10-year friendship with Blake. Now, according to TMZ, a well-connected source to Taylor Swift says that when Taylor went to Blake's apartment that day, she only went because Taylor told her to and told her at what time to be there. She allegedly said that she had no idea anybody else was going to be there and she had no idea about a meeting that was going on between them and Justin. The source also went on to say that Justin was just about to leave as Taylor walked in, and then she was introduced to Justin for one and only time she's ever met him. They say that they were told that Taylor only said to Justin how she was excited to see the movie because he was her friend, her best friend's boss, which I think is so very interesting because if her best friend was going through all of this stuff, wouldn't she know about it? She also allegedly believes that Blake timed the meeting between them perfectly, almost like to show off she was best friends with Taylor, or like like a show of power or something. And I mean, just imagine having this heated discussion with Blake and her husband, basically feeling teamed up on, and then now Taylor Swift shows up. Justin was probably already feeling like gamed up on, and then boom, the great and powerful Taylor Swift walks in. The source also says that Taylor was completely baffled by Blake characterizing her as a dragon, and that it was weird to say that about a friend, which I don't know if she said that or not, but I think it's weird too. Like, I've got my dragons. Then the source also told TMZ that Taylor is now believing that Blake has not only used her in this situation, but used her in other situations, like the actress that played the young Lily in the movie. Well, allegedly, Blake told her that Taylor helped cast her, and Taylor says she had nothing to do with it. However, a different source close to Blake told TMZ that basically her and Taylor speak every single day, and to her, their relationship is not strained at all. And I feel like that is very interesting because I said in my other video that what if this is just like to save face for Taylor? Nevertheless, another source says that Taylor was really upset about the extent that she was involved in this whole like debacle, and specifically that she was angry about the dragon's remark. But the source says that Blake has since apologized and that her and Taylor had a good cry about it and they hugged it out and they're fine. So who really knows? I mean, I don't know about y'all and y'all's best friends, but I do find it weird that Taylor has not made any kind of public statement showing support for her or support for her best friend, especially if, according to Blake, she's been in this like SA situation. And really, regardless if Taylor is actually upset about what Blake has said, clearly Blake is being dragged in the press, and I feel like her bestie might want to defend her. But I mean, what do I know? Maybe she knows stuff about her best friend that we don't know. Maybe they're all in cahoots together. Who really knows? I don't know. Now, like I said earlier, Justin's lawyer has published this website that contains the lawsuit filing and all of their supposed receipts, y'all, and it is a lot. It's actually an amended version of Justin's lawsuit, and it has 168 pages from start to finish with all kinds of timelines and events. Now, this is all according to Justin. The amendment to Justin's lawsuit is to show that he believes that Blake did in fact give the New York Times advanced access to her initial civil rights complaint. They claim that the main imagery that was used in the New York Times Advanced Access article has metadated creation timestamps from days prior to the publication. The complaint also says that the main Justin image that headlined this article was actually finalized on December 16th. Additional imagery with the article shows that December 18th and the promotional video for the article was supposedly finalized on December 12th. It also goes on to say that they found allegedly 41 instances on October 31st related to text message storage. They also say that they confirmed that the PDF version of the complaint filed by Blake was indexed on New York Times domain on December 10th, which basically, in layman's terms, means they were planning for this. Now, Justin's lawyer also claims that this just proves, due to egotistical reasons, that Blake and her entire team plotted for months to destroy reputations through a complex web of lies, false accusations, and the manipulation of communications. The New York Times, on the other hand, say that this filing was full of inaccuracies, including the claim that the Times had any kind of early access to Blake's initial complaint. They even said that Justin's lawyers were only basing these claims on postings by amateur internet sleuths who, not surprisingly, are wrong. That's what they're saying. So take that to mean whatever you will. Now let's talk about this new lawsuit against Blake Lively. I mean, she's getting it every which way but sideways, honey. A Texas crisis communication specialist has sued Blake Lively for defamation after she pulled him into this legal fight with Justin. The man's name is Jed Wallace, and his company, Street Relations, filed a $7 million lawsuit in federal court. It says that he had absolutely nothing to do with any campaign to harm Blake's reputation, as she alleged in her filing. Now, Jed isn't one of the defendants listed in Blake's lawsuit against Justin. However, he is named in the court papers in the New York Times article. So, I mean, it's giving defamation if what he's saying is true. Blake alleges that Jed was used by publicists working with Justin to create a digital army around the country to seed, manipulate, and advance disparaging content that appeared to authenticate on social media. Now, I do want y'all to keep in mind that this suit was basically just filed, so we will see what happens, but it seems that several people at this point are not happy with Blake Lively. Now, Blake's lawyer said in a statement that Jed's lawsuit against Blake is not just like some sort of publicity stunt. They said that it is a transparent retaliation in response to allegations contained within a harassment complaint that Blake filed. He goes on to say that while the lawsuit will be dismissed, we are pleased that Mr. Wallace, that guy Jed, has finally emerged from the shadows and that he too will be held accountable in federal court. Like, snarky. I'm telling y'all the drama, y'all. And listen, one last thing. Remember how I've been saying that I would not be surprised if this turns into like the next Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation, or Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial? Well, here's what Johnny Depp's lawyer, Ben Chew, has to say about this whole situation.
I think the stakes are a little bit different in this case. In Johnny's case, he was suing for defamation. He was really suing to get his reputation back. It was more of an existential issue for him, a challenge that we had, and I think the other side had, but I think they really have it in this case, is to convince a jury of lay people why they should care about a dispute between two very powerful, successful, attractive actors. And I think that's a challenge irrespective of the serious nature of the allegations.
So at the end of this, what do I think? On video 4 here, I think what I have continuously been thinking: if Blake Lively does not have some sort of dossier, honey, a suitcase, a trunk of evidence proving what she has said, she is in trouble. Her reputation is in trouble. And Ryan's as well. You know, I heard somebody say the other day, and it made so much sense to me. They said in a video, and I wish I could find the person who posted the video. I just saw it while I was scrolling, but she said, if Blake Lively was going through this like essay type of situation at work, there should be text messages from her to her husband or from her to somebody proving it, like going back and forth, like I'm uncomfortable, this is happening, da 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 da. There should be something. Now, I mean, those text messages could actually exist and it still not even be true, but those communications, they should be found somewhere too. So I guess we will see. If Blake made all this up, or let's say at best exaggerated stuff in order to get what she wants, this is a new day, honey. This is a new day. People are invested. People, want to see the proof before they just exile certain people. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you saw this, but Justin Baldoni was actually released from a job that he was going to do in another movie. The same thing that happened with Johnny Depp. I don't know if y'all remember, but they had removed Johnny Depp from the Pirates of the Caribbean because of the whole situation that was going on between him and Amber Heard. Well, this has happened to Justin Baldoni, and I saw that and I thought, like, have we learned nothing from the previous stuff? Like, don't be firing him from jobs just yet, but that's going to all go for his lawsuit. So hopefully Blake Lively's got her proof, because otherwise it is looking bad. What do y'all think? Is there anybody out there that actually thinks that Blake Lively has a foot to stand on? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm still trying to keep an open mind and wait till I hear both sides, but it ain't looking good. Let me know what you think down below. Other than that, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.